Okay, we are in the building right now with one of the most creative artists I would say Wolverhampton has to offer, really. This guy, every time I see him, he looks like a superstar. Trust me, man. And he's been doing it for a minute. But let me just introduce him right now. I am here with Kupid the King. How you doing, B?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Good.
It's a bit cold outside, man. A bit nippy. But you're in a short sleeve shirt, my days.
Yeah, I'm driving in it.
There you go. Well,
car's warm.
So am I. I hate being cold though. I don't know if you know this. I was born in America, Dallas, Texas, and it's a hot place. You get me?
Yeah,
so
man.
For me, I just don't like being cold.
No, I hate being cold too.
Yeah.
But you know, I thought I'm running from a car to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was late.
Yes, you were. Yes.
So
you were.
like,
but we ain't gonna chat about that. Anyway, talking about where I'm from. Where are you from, B? Where you from?
From Wolverhampton, born and bred.
Yeah.
Raised here.
Okay.
Like from
what school do you go to, man? What school you go to?
I went to Heath Park.
Okay.
Went to Heath Park, man. Trinity Primary, also Fallings Park Primary, but I don't need to talk about why I went to two schools.
All right. So Heath Park, what was your highlights of Heath Park? Were you into sports? Was it always music? Tell me a bit about
it. It was always music, man. Like, I think music and drama. I was always in the school plays. I was always like in the talent shows.
Yeah.
I was in the studio at Heath Park.
Okay.
I think probably the highlight was a little bit embarrassing, but there was a time when Big Brovaz, I'm not sure if you remember Big Brovaz.
Yes, I do. This is Big Bro
taking over the show
pop, pop.
with this new flow.
Yeah.
They came into school.
Okay.
And people were telling me, there's this band in school, and I was like, yeah, you lot are lying, because I knew everything first. So for people to be telling me something must be a lie.
A mad thing.
And then I've gone into the dinner queue, as I do.
Yeah. And
walk into the dinner hall, collect my ticket, and just walk to the front of the queue.
Yeah.
Which is what I always did.
Yeah.
I didn't notice I'd walked in front of some guy in a bowler hat.
Okay.
And then she was like, we've got visitors in this morning. I was like, oh, shame. Yeah. And I've turned around and said, oh, you cool?
Yeah.
I've just acted cash, got my food, and then I'm about to leave the dinner hall, and Mr. Asbridge was like, can you show our guest around?
Uh-huh.
And can you bring them to the lecture theatre? I was like, okay, cool. So I stuck out my two arms. And I said, and then Cherry and Nadia in it or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember Nadia's name?
Okay.
But yeah, they just took my arms.
Yeah.
And we're walking through the corridors going, VIP is coming through. Randy and J Rock behind me.
Yeah.
Just following along. But that was like, I was in like year 9, year 10, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I met them a few years later, they still remembered it.
Oh no!
Yeah,
mad thing. So
like I speak to J Rock now and Randy, and they still
Okay, nice.
remember it.
Mad. So you're dropping a few hints now there. So you've got a few celebrity friends. I wanted to sort of build up to that, but let's just go a little bit. They're normal.
Yeah.
So when did you sort of start thinking, you know what, this music game, I'm going to take it a bit more seriously?
Literally the start of this year.
This year? Wow. Okay. Then,
yeah. I've been doing music for years.
So let's talk about that bit.
Doing it.
When you were doing music for years, what was your inspirations to that?
It's always my music has always been inspired by just life.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Do you mind if we touch on who sort of musical family members you've got?
I've got Beverley Knight is like a cousin of mine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's first cousin.
Yeah.
Then Gareth Essen, who also is doing massive things. That's my brother.
Okay.
Siobhan Webley.
Okay.
Also from Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
She's my cousin.
So you've always had a musical family, and you had music around you. So music has always sort of been a big thing. Did you ever go and see Beverley Knight when she was performing? And
yeah,
you still do.
We still do. It's like a family gathering. We get out and go to concerts and stuff like that.
I hear there's a thing coming up, actually, a thing for charity at the Mullen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reaching that one.
Oh yeah. It's basically we're fundraising for my cousin.
Yeah.
She's at the moment going through very difficult time.
Okay.
She's fallen ill.
Yeah.
So she's got cancer, terminal cancer.
Okay.
And so she's battling with that.
Yeah.
And we've just all come together to kind of try and raise funds, constantly trying to raise funds.
So are you performing as well?
I'm not performing there,
Okay,
no.
then. Because I think
Siobhan's performing,
Yeah.
Gareth's performing, and
Yeah.
Bev's performing.
Okay, wow.
But it's like a charity gala.
Yeah.
So there'll be a meet and greet with Bev and things like that.
Mad. So, seeing her success, you thought, yeah, man, from a young age, I definitely want to try and do this music as well? Or was there something else that sort of made you think?
I think that was always part of it. So kind of whenever I was doing my music to start off with, I'd email her. So this is before the WhatsApp days.
Yeah.
Email her a song and she'd feedback and say, oh, yeah, try this or do this or that's really, yeah. And she kind of mentored me through a lot of the music. I think the first big reaction I got from her was when me and Simone done You Got Me. And that was that was 2011.
Okay.
But even then I was doing it, and it was kind of, I was doing the music and I was doing the events and I was doing like loads of other things.
Talk about the events. What was your first event that you did?
First event I done was when I was 18, 17. And it was called One Mic Stand.
Yeah.
And there was a thing called Youth Bank. And as an artist, the only way that I ever performed in Wolverhampton was when Dread put us on a stage.
Jamie.
Dread Leicester.
Oh, Dread Leicester.
Yes.
Okay.
Dread Leicester used to put us on the Unity stage at West Park once a year.
With Jazzy P.
Yeah. And it literally, it got to a point when it was like, okay, well, there's nothing to do other than once a year. So when Youth Bank came around, I applied for that, got a grant to put on an event, and I got a few people performing who had never performed before.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the first times I ever saw you. I'm sure it was at one of your events.
Okay,
from the Unity stage. I swear it was.
Yeah.
I remember watching and thinking, oh, look at all these people on there, because I knew some of them as well.
Exactly, yeah, because a few years later, after Dread passed,
that's right.
Jazzy P reached out to me and asked for help with the Unity stage.
Okay.
And I had a lot of artists by then who just wanted to be performing.
That was it.
And I helped her out and helped a lot of artists out as well.
Because that's one of the things I've definitely watched with you. I says, I'll tell you about how when I came into seeing what you were doing, you get me. I think it was the Unity stage, and you were making your music, doing your thing. But for me, what got me really interested in what you were doing was how you were bringing the community together with the events at the Clarendon, with the events at different places. And I saw you probably not so much as an artist that I would listen to, but more as a musical entrepreneur and fellow sort of mind, because I'm all about promoting Wolverhampton. That's why this show's here, that's why Beatsabar's there, and that's why we're all about promoting and giving people platforms that wish to shine, because I think that a lot of other places have got that, but Wolverhampton hasn't got as much. So that's why when I saw what you were doing, I was like, yeah, man, definitely, this guy's definitely onto something that I like, you get me?
Exactly.
And then with the music side, I heard your music, it was good, but like you've just said, this year is when I've really taken note of what your music is coming with, because before I didn't really think it was at the sound that I was sort of liking, but The Fall and what I saw at Newhampton Arts Centre with you, Wesley, and T-Kid, and what's the name, Vicky, that's when I thought, you know what, I think he's cracked it, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of, so I'd spent quite a lot of time doing, bits of events, bits of this, bits of that, and so this year I said, you know what, I'm just going to take it seriously, focus on what I'm doing.
What you're doing. Listen to your sound, perfect your craft.
And I just focused, sat down and just said, okay, which way am I going to go? And I went for the music. It was actually a date the beginning of this year. And I remember the date because it was the day after my son's birthday.
Okay,
So it was the 19th of January.
Yeah.
And someone asked me, they said, so what like is the music thing like a hobby of yours? And I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then next time I met the person, like I went away and I thought about it and thought, I don't really want to be saying it's a hobby.
You want to be saying.
So when I went back and met her again, I said, you know what, actually, and I had that conversation. I says, but so by the end of this year, I want to be able to say that that it's not a hobby. So I've just spent since then just really focusing and perfecting and recording constantly.
I've been seeing you, man, in the Beatsabar studios there with Sparkboy, putting in the graft, bringing in your team, doing videos. Saw something recently that you did with Repping For You, my G.
Yes,
Grandbody
P. Grandbody P, the infamous.
Just see. So I was watching that, thinking, all right, then he's putting the work in, you get me? So it's good to watch. I think you were doing something in the rehearsal room as well. You had a few jam downs as well with a band and all.
We've got there's a lot coming. So there's dancers that we're working with, live bands.
I remember when you guys do at the Newhampton Arts Centre. You brought that.
Yeah, Reckless. Shout out Reckless.
The energies just went straight up. Straight up when you guys hit the stage.
It's kind of it's a constant, like what we're building isn't. It's not like a crew. Mm-hmm. It's a community.
Yeah.
So it's so in the community, upwards, forwards, onwards, UFO. We've got artists, we've got dancers, rappers, singers, videographers, models as of last week as well.
Mad team. So say it again. Upwards, forwards, onwards.
Yeah.
And that stands for UFO.
Yeah, UFO, upwards, forwards, onwards.
And who is that again?
Well, like I say, it's a community, so there's lots of names to mention.
Okay, but when I saw you guys
Ali,
there,
Anyone, Nathan Anyone.
Yeah.
There's T-Kid, Joy B, Vicky G, Reckless, Dance Crew, DJ Smiler. There's Ali, Jesse Carley. Literally,
it's mad.
There's lots of us. Elise Daly.
Yeah. And there's no movements like this going on in Wolves right now. None.
No, and it's growing as well. And then there's the model side of things as well, which we were casting for the fall. We were casting models last week.
Yeah.
Literally, last Tuesday, same day that we had that the song launched. On the 28th, we also had a casting day for the video as well.
Sick. Trust me, man.
We had like 40 models just coming down and just mad.
See, all I'm saying is this is why you're sitting in this chair right now, because I want you to know, and I want everyone to know, that I rate you. I rate what you're doing, and I think it's so sick, bringing so many people together, bringing so many different talents together to make something happen. And it's like, even if the music isn't like the sickest of the sickest, it's gonna be, because you're bringing so many people together.
The music is, and that's the thing, man. Like literally, every song that we've been recording over the past 8 months is just banged, and we're just sitting on bangers. And like everyone in the team is just they're just recording. Sometimes they're sitting on them, sometimes they're putting them out. But like just Jayla Booth, I didn't even mention Jayla Booth. She's
big up Jay.
Just literally, just constantly, like Josh, the videographer, like he's what is it, Ty?
Yeah.
Like
they're all gonna grow. Everyone's gonna grow, because her Empire Plus thing with Jayla Booth's thing. That's I've always supported what she's doing on that, and then she's got her music as well. She's got something out already. What's the name of her EP again? I can't remember.
Angels Take Flight.
That's the one. See, so man, she's doing bits. And it's just good to watch the growth and the progression, and the fact that it's coming all out of this Wolves town. You get me? It's all like,
man. It's mad. It's mad.
The thing.
Yeah.
All right then. So boom, you're here because you're promoting the fall.
Yes.
You get me? So the fall, we have been playing on this show a lot. Tell me a bit about how that sort of grew. Well, how did that happen?
The fall. It's mad, really. I've been like I said, I've been writing just constantly this year, and the falls come from a place kind of like where I'm very reflective in my music. So I'm very reflective. I'm constantly looking back at how things have been and for me, and kind of how I've progressed and got through certain situations. So there's a lot that I went through, deceit. There's a lot of betrayal and stuff in the story. So there's a massive story that surrounds the fall. So like the first verse is literally talking about how great everything was at one point.
Is that the one that you talk about? You got signed as well.
Yeah.
So what happened with that?
It wasn't signed.
Yeah.
I had a deal.
Yeah.
Where I was promoting artists in Wolves.
Yeah.
There was someone who came and approached me about sitting down with Sony.
Okay.
To do like local scouting.
Okay. As like an A&R kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
And I but in my young kind of fresh mind.
Yeah.
I preferred to be out drinking and getting wild and crazy.
Yeah. Rock star life.
Yeah. And then the day after I'd gone out, I was supposed to be going down to London to a meeting.
Okay.
And but the night before I really didn't care about it.
Yeah.
And then on the day I was thinking that I could either do this or go and link this girl, and to me it was more important to go and link the girl. So that fell through that whole thing. Yeah, my whole priorities kind of around them times weren't really there. I was like I said, I was 19.
Yeah.
So it was before I had my son as well, and before I started actually just thinking about what am I doing with my life.
Yeah. All right then. So back to the fall then. So talking about betrayal and all that kind of stuff, and then that's when you hollered at the different singers and.
Yeah. So I wrote the chorus. I don't know if you've heard Lana Del Rey at the races, but
probably.
I wrote the chorus inspired by that kind of like mad talented Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And so I wrote the chorus off that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was singing it, and I was just like, you know what, I need Vicky G on this.
Yeah.
But then like the more I listened to it and the more I sang it and like wrote more and more, I wanted to hear different vocals doing the chorus.
And that's how you got Hassan.
And then so I hollered at Hassan to do some male vocals. And I also hollered at Priscilla to do a chorus as well.
Yeah.
So Vicky was going to do a chorus, Priscilla was going to do a chorus, and Hassan was going to do a chorus.
Yeah.
So then, to be honest, I didn't expect everyone to turn up on the day at studio, because what happens is you book sessions, you book artists to come in and whatnot.
Yeah.
And sometimes at least one of them lets you down, and then you got to re-record it later. But everyone's busy. Yeah. But everyone turned up.
Yeah.
Priscilla was there with newborn baby, and it was proper like.
I think I saw.
Okay.
Some of it. Yeah.
So it was just a mad vibe, and I could you're sitting there and you're just in the room recording the song, and I could just feel the energy.
Yeah.
Priscilla turned around to me and says, I don't know the words to the chorus, right? I was like, yeah. This has been, I've known, like, me and Priscilla have been working together for like 9-10 years.
I know, yeah.
And literally, she doesn't learn the words to anything. So I was like, okay, cool. Just do ad libs. She's like, but I don't know the words. I said, okay, just go in the booth and just put it down. Yeah. Because Priscilla's sick like that. So
yeah.
And it's kind of, she's used to me just telling her to sing and just going and doing it. So then she'd done it. I took Naya and her daughter and her son out the room, and took them out the room, and we've gone and sat outside. And then so just outside with Naya, I didn't hear a word of what was going on in the studio. And then once she's done the first take, I've gone back in. They're all listening to it, and I didn't actually get to hear any of it. Yeah. But I said, can you do it again? Yeah. And she's like, but you haven't heard it? I said, yeah, but do it again, because then Spot can mess around with it and he'll have two things to play with. Yeah. So I've left, come back. The reason I left is because there's a bit of cussing in the second verse. Okay. So I didn't want the kids in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she just put it down.
And it sounded good.
And even the first 3 edits that Spock sent me, I still hadn't heard P's part at all. Yeah. But I'd heard Vicky. Vicky was putting it down. Hassan, his just chilled vibe. And then even anyone played a part. He's not on the tune, but
he helped with the mixing as well.
When we were in the studio just doing the mix down, he was like, that needs to drop out at this part, and this needs to come in. And so it's a team. Okay. It's a team project, man.
Right. Well, we are gonna play the fall next. and let you guys hear it. And it's definitely out now on all digital medias and all channels. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. We've gone up to 20 minutes. So all I'm left for me to say is, where can people find you if they're just here listening for the first time?
KUPIDVAL on social media. Kupid Val on any social media. My Facebook name is Kupid, just KUPID. And that's it.
Okay. And it's Fall is out now. Definitely check it out. We're going to play it for you right now on WCRFM. Thank you, Kupid, for coming down. And we'll definitely speak again. Because there's a lot of things coming from you. So yeah, man, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Out to A.
Okay.
In the building.
All right.
We need to shout out A.
All right then. No worries. Bye.
Peace.